Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about inheritance in Python, and there will be two parts of it. This is the first part and the second part will be there. So let's get start with it. So first of all, what is inheritance? Inheritance basically is when you derive methods and function from a parent class to a child class. Suppose your mother and father have their house or their food, that is all yours, right? So basically inheritance means that. And here we have, like, we can have multiple classes, okay, but the from where you inherit is the parent class, and the class which inherits is the child class. So first of all, we're going to learn how to write its syntax and how do we inherit class. So let's start with it. First, I have created a class. Its name is A. You can give any name you want. It's just for example. We are taking A, and I have two methods in it. This is our method one, and we have already discussed what are methods and what is self. So if you don't know, you can refer the other video. So here we have our first method one, and it prints method one of class A. And we have a second method, method 2, and it prints method 2 of class A. It's generally a class. Okay, so we are creating an object of this class. A1 is equals to A. You already know how to create an object. And then what we are doing, we are calling the method from the object we made. And here you notice that these are not init methods you have, so you have to call them explicitly. So we have called a1 dot method 1 and a1 dot method 2. Let's run this. Okay, so it runs well, and here we know that class A works properly fine. And now let's create a class B. And if class B inherits class A, you have to write this syntax. B like this, in parentheses you have to write A, then only class B will inherit all the methods and attributes of class A. So here we have created a class B, and class B has two methods, method 3 and method 4. These methods are different from class A methods, and here we have printed method 3 of class B, method 4 of class B. And now what we are doing is we are creating an object for class B. And then here, if you notice that we are also calling method 1 and method 2, which belongs to, just a minute. Okay. So here what we are doing is we are calling methods of class A, which are method 1 and method 2, and then we are calling methods of class B itself, which are method 1, method 3 and method 4. And here you can see that when we call, let's run it, and when we run it, we can see that all the previous methods of class A are also printed, and methods of class B are also printed. So here it shows that our inheritance works properly, and this is the perfect example of inheritance. Now suppose, well, can you check that, like, class A inherits class A print the methods of B? Let's check it. Here I am printing. Okay, let's check it. We are just checking it, okay? So here you can see that we get an error that A object has no attribute method 3 because it's the parent class, and parent class does not get the methods of child class. So you cannot use this here. You can use the methods of parent class only in child class. So please note that. So now what are the benefits of inheritance? Like suppose we have a class and we have some code, and if you want to use that code again, so you don't have to create like whole code again. You can simply use inheritance and you can go with it. Like it's so simple, and you have to code less. It's codeless and it works really well, and your work will be done in time. So these all are the basically the advantages of inheritance. Now what we have seen here is single inheritance. Single, when child class inherits from only one parent, it is called single inheritance. Here we have only one parent, which is A, and we have child class B. So this is the parent and this is the child. Now we are going to see multi-level inheritance. It works like grandparent, parent and child, or you can say that parent, child and grandchild, whatever you want to say. So here I have created a class C which inherits class B, and I have created a method 5 in class C. Now I'm creating an object of class C here. It's and then what I'm doing is I'm printing all the 5 methods, which contains methods of class C, methods of class B, and methods of class A. So let's run it. You can see that all the methods are printed. It's works like C is inheriting B and then B is inheriting A. So C has the methods of B also and A also. So C is the grandchild, B is the child, and A is our parent. Now let's see another excuse me. Let's see another type of inheritance, which is multiple inheritance. Now, what is multiple inheritance? Like suppose you have a class and you have basically two classes like A and B, and which both are different from each other. And now you have another class, say D, which inherits both like A also and B also. So is it possible? Let's try it. Okay. Here I am removing this here and this also. So, and I'm running it. Okay. I have to remove this here. So now what you can see is A and B are different classes. Let's create another class which inherits A and B. Let's create a method. Now let's create an object of this class. D1 is equals to D, and then we call D1 D1 comma our class A has method 1, okay, note that, and class B has method 3. If it's work for method 1 and method 3, it will obviously work for 2 and 4, so that's the same thing. Okay, method 3, and let's call the method we have created in itself in class D method 6. So let's run this and see what we get as a result. Here you go, you have printed, like we have method 1 get printed, method 3 which belongs to class B, and method 6 which belongs to class D. So we have all the 3 methods printed here. So it is possible to possible to have multiple inheritance in Python. It states that when a child class inherits from multiple parent classes, it is called multiple inheritance. Here we have a child class D which inherits methods from A and B. You can see A is a different class, B is a different class. There is no connection between A and B. No one is child or parent. But these both classes are parent to class D, and class D is a child class. And here what we have seen is single inheritance. multi-level inheritance and multiple inheritance. Multi-level, you already know, parent, child, grandchild. This is multiple and this is single. So it's very easy to implement inheritance in Python. In next video, we are going to learn more about inheritance. So stay tuned and thank you everyone.